Most people assume fish is automatically healthy. And to be fair, many types of fish are packed with nutrients that support the heart, brain, joints, and overall health. But here's the problem. Not all fish are created equal, especially after the age of 60. Today, we're breaking down 4 fish seniors should avoid as much as possible and 4 fish that can genuinely support healthy aging. So stay until the end, because the final fish on the healthy list might be the single best seafood choice for adults over 60. The 4 worst fish seniors should avoid king mackerel. King mackerel sounds healthy because the word mackerel is often associated with omega-3 fats and heart health. But king mackerel is a completely different story. This large predatory fish contains extremely high levels of mercury, which becomes especially concerning as we age. Mercury exposure has been linked to memory problems, nerve damage, fatigue, and cardiovascular stress. And for seniors already managing blood pressure or cognitive decline, regularly eating high mercury fish can become a real problem over time. The issue is that larger fish eat smaller fish throughout their lives, causing mercury to build up in their bodies year after year. By the time king mackerel reaches your plate, it has accumulated far more contaminants than smaller species. And unfortunately, your body doesn't just magically erase mercury after dinner. It builds gradually. Think of it like junk piling up in a garage that nobody cleans. One meal occasionally probably won't hurt, but repeated exposure over months and years is where the concern grows. If you enjoy seafood for heart and brain health, there are much safer choices that provide similar benefits without the toxic trade-off. Tilapia became popular because it's affordable, mild-tasting, and easy to cook. But nutritionally, it's one of the most disappointing fish seniors can regularly eat. Many farm-raised tilapia are produced in overcrowded conditions, where the fish are fed low-quality diets designed for rapid growth instead of nutrition. The result is a fish that contains far fewer healthy omega-3 fats than people expect, and often higher levels of unhealthy omega-6 fats. That imbalance may contribute to inflammation, something older adults already struggle with naturally due to aging joints and chronic health conditions. And let's be honest, if a fish's biggest selling point is, it doesn't taste too fishy, that's already suspicious. It's basically the plain toast of seafood. Now, not all tilapia is dangerous, but compared to nutrient-dense fish like salmon or sardines, it simply offers far less value for aging adults. If you're eating fish specifically to support brain health, circulation, and healthy aging, there are significantly better options available. Because after 60, every meal matters more. Your body needs foods that actively support health, not foods that are just cheap and convenient. Shark may sound exotic or impressive on a restaurant menu, but nutritionally, it's one of the worst seafood choices for seniors. Like king mackerel, shark contains extremely high mercury levels because it sits at the top of the ocean food chain. The larger and older the fish, the more toxins accumulate in its tissue. And shark can live for decades, meaning contaminant levels become alarmingly concentrated over time. Mercury exposure becomes even more concerning with age because older adults are naturally more vulnerable to cognitive decline and neurological stress. In other words, your body becomes less forgiving as you get older. The last thing you need is a seafood choice that adds unnecessary toxic burden. And honestly, shark isn't even one of those foods people crave daily. Nobody's sitting at home thinking, you know what would really complete this evening? Some mercury-filled apex predator. There are countless safer fish options that provide better nutrition with fewer risks. Eating fish should help support longevity and wellness, not create additional health concerns. So while shark may sound adventurous, it's one seafood item most seniors are better off leaving completely off the plate. Farmed salmon. Now this one surprises a lot of people because salmon is usually considered one of the healthiest foods you can eat, and wild salmon absolutely deserves that reputation. But heavily farmed salmon is a different conversation entirely. Many industrial fish farms raise salmon in crowded environments where disease spreads easily, leading to increased use of antibiotics and chemical treatments. Farmed salmon also tends to contain higher levels of inflammatory fats and environmental contaminants compared to wild-caught varieties. Some studies have even found elevated pollutant levels in certain farmed salmon populations due to feed quality and farming conditions. And visually, farmed salmon can sometimes appear unnaturally pink because color additives are used in feed to mimic the appearance of wild salmon. Basically, even the fish itself gets a beauty filter. That doesn't mean all farmed salmon is automatically terrible, but seniors should be selective about quality and sourcing. If possible, choosing wild-caught salmon gives you significantly better nutritional benefits with fewer concerns. Because salmon should support your health, not leave you wondering whether your dinner spent its life packed tighter than rush hour traffic. The 4 best fish seniors should eat sardines. Sardines might not look impressive, but nutritionally, they are absolute powerhouses for adults over 60. These small fish are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids that support heart health, reduce inflammation, and help maintain brain function as we age. Unlike large predatory fish, sardines are naturally low in mercury because they sit near the bottom of the food chain and have short lifespans. That means you get all the benefits of seafood without the heavy toxic exposure. Sardines are also one of the best natural sources of calcium and vitamin D, both critical for bone strength in older adults. And because the bones are soft and edible, your body gets direct access to those minerals naturally. Think of sardines as the tiny multivitamins of the ocean. They may not win any beauty contests, but they quietly do everything right. Plus, they're affordable, widely available, and easy to include in salads, toast, or simple meals. Sometimes the healthiest foods are not the flashy, expensive ones. Sometimes they come in a humble little tin, quietly outperforming foods 3 times the price. Wild-caught salmon. When it comes to senior nutrition, wild-caught salmon remains one of the best foods you can regularly eat. It's rich in high-quality protein, omega-3 fats, vitamin B12, and nutrients that support heart function, cognitive health, and muscle maintenance. After age 60, maintaining muscle mass becomes increasingly important because the body naturally loses strength with aging. Salmon helps support that process while also reducing inflammation that contributes to joint pain and cardiovascular disease. Wild salmon also contains astaxanthin, a powerful antioxidant linked to healthy skin, eye protection, and reduced oxidative stress. And unlike heavily farmed salmon, wild varieties generally contain fewer contaminants and healthier fat profiles. Plus, let's be honest, wild salmon actually tastes like a fish lived in the ocean instead of a crowded underwater apartment complex. The key is moderation and quality. Choosing responsibly sourced wild salmon a few times per week can provide major long-term health benefits. If there's one fish consistently recommended by nutrition experts for healthy aging, this is almost always near the top of the list. Trout is one of the most underrated fish for older adults, and honestly, it deserves far more attention. It's packed with omega-3 fats, lean protein, potassium, and essential nutrients that support circulation, blood pressure, and cognitive function. Many trout varieties are also lower in mercury compared to larger fish species, making them a safer long-term option for regular consumption. Rainbow trout, in particular, is known for its impressive nutritional balance and mild flavor. It's also easier to digest than heavier red meats, which can become important as metabolism and digestion naturally slow with age. And unlike some seafood options that require complicated recipes, trout is simple to prepare and works well-baked, grilled, or lightly seasoned. This is one of those foods where your body quietly thanks you afterward. It supports health without demanding dramatic diet changes or expensive supplements. Think of trout as the calm, reliable friend of the seafood world. Not flashy, not trendy, but consistently good for you in ways that matter over time. Herring is probably one of the most overlooked healthy fish in the world. It's rich in omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D, selenium, and nutrients that support both cardiovascular and brain health. For seniors, herring can be especially beneficial because it combines high nutritional density with relatively low mercury exposure. This fish has been a dietary staple in some of the healthiest long-living populations for generations, yet many people barely think about it today. And honestly, that's a shame because herring delivers serious health benefits at a very affordable cost. It also helps support healthy cholesterol levels and may reduce inflammation linked to arthritis and chronic disease. Plus, because herring is naturally oily, it helps you feel full and satisfied longer, which can support healthier eating habits overall. Sometimes modern diets chase trendy superfoods, while ignoring traditional foods that quietly worked for centuries. Herring is exactly that kind of food. It may not dominate social media wellness trends, but nutritionally, it earns its place among the healthiest fish seniors can regularly eat. If this guide helped you rethink what's on your plate, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and share it with someone who wants to stay healthier after 60. And let me know in the comments which fish surprised you the most.